Hi guys, welcome back. This is my last video in my colour series here on my channel, where I am playing with my Revolution We Are Love palette, which contains a rainbow of brightly different coloured shadows. And the point of the series is for me to just play about with this palette and do really colourful looks. And I wanted to do like a red look, an orange, a pink, a blue, a purple, and I have one look left and it is a green eyeshadow look. So like with all my other videos in this series, I have done my full base of makeup, I've done my eyebrows and I prime my lids and put a nude eyeshadow on. So I'll just be applying green eyeshadow from the palette and then putting on a lip as well to complement it. And I've chosen a really sunny day to do this as well. It's such beautiful weather today. It really feels like the last little bit of summer is trying to like hold on for dear life. So I think doing like a really nice bright summery green eyeshadow look on a day like today would be nice. So I don't think I've got anything else to say about this colour series, so I'm just going to zoom you in and I'll get started. So there's only really one green eyeshadow in this We Are Love palette by Revolution. It's this one here called L'Amour. So that is the main one I'm going to use. So on a fluffy brush, I'm just going to put this through my crease first of all. And then I'm just packing it on with a flat brush. I didn't want to go in with like a light brown in the crease because I didn't want to make this look a little bit murky. I wanted it to be like a vivid, bright green. And then the same thing on the other eye, just running it through my crease and then I'll pack it on. I quite like wearing a bright green eyeshadow. I think it's a really lovely shade to wear. This one and bright yellow, I actually think are probably the easiest shades to wear if you're going to go for like a bright eyeshadow colour. And I think I'm probably going to pair this with like a really like peachy browny nude lip. I did that before when I had this palette in my 1 month 1 palette series and the look was really nice. Although it was a bright eye, it wasn't like intimidating or scary, a little bit like the red one might have been. It was actually quite a wearable one, which you wouldn't think when you hear bright green. I do really like this palette, but there is quite a bit of fallout with the shades, which I know some people don't mind. Some people are like, well, it's a powder, what do you expect? But if I compare it to, say, my Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, there isn't a lot of fallout in that. And yes, I know there's a big price difference, but it does annoy me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna use that same packer brush and run that under my eye. Okay, I'm going to go for a little bit of shimmer over the top, which is what I did last time when I did a look very similar to this. And I'm going to go for one of my Makeup Geek singles, and it's this one here called Jester. This kind of like olive green, but it is still a little bit bright. Now, I'm not going to use my NYX glitter primer. I'm just going to try and pack it on just over the top, because I don't want the glitter primer to disturb any of this green shadow that I've just been applying. You know what, with a shimmer, it's just so much easier to apply it with your finger. And that is working over the top of that shadow, actually. It is coming through, which is good. Obviously, over the top of a primer, it would be even more vibrant. Then I'm going to dip into my Soph Extra Spice palette, which is in my current 1 month 1 palette, and I'm going to take the shade Aurora here. Another shimmery green, but it is slightly darker than Jester, so I'm just going to put that on my outer corners. This shimmer isn't as good as the Makeup Geek ones, and actually the shimmers in this Soph Extra Spice palette aren't really that good anyway. They definitely need a primer underneath them. I feel a bit mean for saying that because I love her original palette, but I'm not a massive fan of this Extra Spice one so far. I've not been loving the looks that I've been making with this palette. Yeah, I don't even think this is really kind of showing up, is it? I mean, putting green over the top of green, it's not going to show up massively anyway, but compared to Jester, can you see it? So for my inner corners, I'm going to take the shade Every Day from the Sofa Extra Spice palette. Right, and I do want to line my eyes, but I don't want to use a pencil. I'm going to use Reputation again from the Sofa Extra Spice palette, and I'm just going to use an angled eyeliner brush. But I will do this off camera though, because I'm definitely going to end up blocking you guys off. Sorry, I just get so close to the mirror when I do my eyeliner and mascara, and I get into all these weird kind of like positions with like my head and the mirror, so best I do that off camera. Okay, eyes done. So that was using the Reputation shade, which is like a navy blue, as an eyeliner, and I really like using eyeshadows as eyeliners now. I never used to do that, and I always used to kind of begrudge getting like a really dark blue or a black eyeshadow in a palette, because I would think, well, that's too dark to use as an eyeshadow, and I don't use those colours as an eyeliner. But I really love doing that now. I think it adds such a nice soft bit of definition, and I'm not a massive liquid eyeliner or pencil eyeliner person, so I really feel like using a darker eyeshadow is just a much softer way of adding definition to your eyes. And then mascara was my Yves Saint Laurent Mascara Volume Effect Faux Cils. And then for lips, what I think I'm going to do is use Estee Lauder Double Wear Lip Liner in the shade Nude, and then go in over the top with Vieve Lip Dew. So this is the final look, and this is how the lip also works with the eyes. I really like wearing a bright green eyeshadow. I think it's such an easy wearable way of wearing a bright eyeshadow look. Yes, it is quite bright and quite vivid, but I don't think it's intimidating. I think it's quite fresh. I think it's quite summery and very pretty. And then pairing it with like a nude peachy browny lip colour like this, it just works so well. It's just a really lovely pairing. I really like this one. So as I said at the beginning, this is the final look in my colour series here on my channel, so I will link my playlist down below if you haven't seen any of the other ones, so please go and give those ones a check out as well. And I think I'm now kind of ready to move into autumnal makeup looks as well. I feel like with this palette, it is very summery. Like I say, it's full of all these gorgeous bright rainbow shades, and I've had my use out of this palette the past sort of month or two, so I'm just ready to embrace these kind of rich burnt shades that are so synonymous with autumn. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would hit subscribe. That would be lovely. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you again soon in my next one. Bye.